Hello, hello.
Hello.
Everybody, please regale me with tales of your weekends as I clear up storage in StreamYard because it just yelled at me. Okay, if I remember how to do so.
My weekend. What'd I do all weekend? Saturday was really chill and relaxing. Sunday was a lot of cleaning. And I'm gonna fight this hat the entire stream. And feel it in my bones.
I got to go see a Rocky Horror live on Saturday, so that was fun.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
So much more of this storage is currently taken up by me instead of Jess right now. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, we dressed up for it. It was really fun, and it was great. I feel bad for whoever cleans the theater because there was stuff all over the floor. As part of the show, we had to throw stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
17 videos were mine. 4 were Jess's.
Oh.
1 is the Dubba Dubba Dubbas. I didn't do it. Okay, that's cleaned up. I enjoy live shows. I haven't been able to go to a live show in a long ass time. Cody, how about you?
Never been to a live show. Want to go to one? Never been to one.
Ever?
Ever.
No school plays or anything?
Oh.
Those are live.
I was thinking Rocky Horror.
I was just thinking plays, concert, musical.
I've been to one musical. It was Rent. And I've been into school productions.
Ah, fun.
Yes.
So how was your weekend? Also, chat, let us know how your weekend was. Cody?
Oh, I mean, like I said, mine was pretty chill. Saturday was chill. Sunday was mainly cleaning and organizing day.
You good?
And getting things ready for Monday as the work week. I've started to do a new thing where I make a schedule on Sunday.
Do we need to distribute the NyQuil? I don't know if y'all heard that. She went, no.
Good. I was waiting for a response.
They love the ibuprofen and the Tylenol. The kids are like great at taking because it's tasty, because it's kid ibuprofen and Tylenol. The NyQuil and Dayquil, it's the kids' NyQuil and Dayquil, but it's NyQuil and Dayquil, and they do not enjoy that at all. They quite rebel against that, and I'm like, but it covers all your symptoms.
It does all the things. Yeah, I spent the entire weekend listening to like a fuck ton of podcasts about art and beginning art and shit and discipline and books to read and like what to do and discipline. Oh my Lanta. I have an entire schedule now for my week. Everything I want to do in a week broken down into time slots. That way I know generally like, all right, these are all the things I'm doing this week. And
I am glad that you have a schedule.
It's kind of scary, but also nice today. It kind of borked it up a little, but that's because my hat didn't show up that I ordered on Amazon until 10 minutes before I was live on air. And I was like, well, it's too late now.
What were you going to do?
It's just a different witch hat.
Oh, okay. That's what you mean.
Yeah, just a different one. It's a nicer, fancier one. But then again, forgot headphones existed.
For those of you who don't know, my children Thursday start. Hey, children, don't bounce on that couch. You just unplugged me. Plug me back in. Mitchell up. Plug me back in.
Don't feign sickness now. You were just jumping.
Yeah, he bounced on the couch and knocked my laptop charger out. So as of Thursday, my oldest started having symptoms. I'm trying to get my cord set back up. My oldest started having like symptoms. We weren't sure of what yet, so we were waiting to see how he got better or worse to determine if a doctor's visit was necessary. Then the other two started getting symptoms. As of Saturday, determined it was probably a cold or the flu, which means that if we take them to the doctor's just going to be like, hey, so yeah, take them home, give them lots of fluids, Motrin, Tylenol, switch out. Thank you. Give us $75. Have a nice day.
Right.
So I was like, no, that's an expensive doctor's note for something that's pretty routine this time of year. So just kept them home from school. And they've been doing a lot better today, but over the weekend it was rough because there are 3 of them. And so like 2 of them are getting sleep and one of them's coughing so hard they can't get sleep. So I'm up with that one, finally get that one settled in. A different one wakes up with other issues. I got to take care of that one. And Chris was working 12s all weekend, so he can't help out at all because he's at work or sleeping. Plus, he started having symptoms, I think Sunday? No. Yes, Sunday morning he started having symptoms. So it's like, oh, good. Now he's sick and has to go work 12s and whatnot. So it's been a weekend. He's been resting like all of today. I think he's only been awake maybe 3 hours.
Ooh,
But
okay.
and the kids, of course, go through like little spurts and stuff where they're feeling better. And because they're children, that means that they think that they're better. So they overdo it a little bit and then they feel worse.
Yep.
So, yeah, I've been trying to teach them like moderation and, how to take care of their stomachs when they're sick. I need to adjust my hair, but I only have one hand because I just put a wet coat of nail polish on that one. But I don't want the hair pressed into my ear. There we go. We'll just do this.
I'm
for
about
now.
speaking of wardrobe adjustments. It's cool.
But yeah, so that's just been fun. Now, the oldest has been almost symptom free for 24 hours, except a mild fever. Thus, he may be able to return to school soon. But I don't know. I'm probably going to keep him home tomorrow and then see if I can send him on Wednesday.
See what happens.
Yes. But I'm run down now. And it doesn't help that it started raining yesterday. So now I have a migraine flare up coming on. So like today, like most of the weekend, I was actually feeling the best that I have been because with my immune system, the flu don't stand a chance. So like I had the kids, I had them fresh blankets every 12 hours. I was changing them into fresh pajamas every 12 hours to help try to cut down on the germs and keep everything as sterile as one can. I had set up the garage den as my sick bay, and I had them on a good medicine schedule. I was trying to feed them, make sure they eat. Today, I'm like laying on the couch like this, contemplating whether or not I wanted to just cancel instead of just changing it to a write-in. I hear my oldest go, "Mom's sleeping," and my youngest gives no fucks and just comes over and she's like, Mom, I'm hungry. And I'm like, baby, we're all sick today. Like, we're gonna have to take care of each other. What do you want? So I was like, hello, Nicole. Hello, Haley. You did stuff. You don't know the stuff, but you did. I feel that.
Good.
I got a tiny Halloween bucket from my mom. Oh, that's awesome. Because like my aunt called me and she's like, are you going to bring the kids over after school? Because that's what I do every year. After the kids get out of school, they get in their costumes. They go trick or treat at Meemaw's, which is my aunt, and Nana Witch, which is my mom. And then, we come here and we trick or treat the neighborhood. Well, I told my aunt, I'm like, no, I can't this year because like everybody's got the flu here, right? So she's like, oh, I'll make them a little like goodie basket. Hey, one of you, hand me your Halloween basket from Meemaw. Okay, stretch, boy. Stretch a little further. Thank you. He had to sit up. So my aunt made them these little goodie baskets that are just filled to the brim with candy. So, which they were only allowed to have a couple pieces because they've been sick most of the weekend. So I'm like, you're not overloading your stomach today.
Today is not the day.
I love that. I low-key wish I had asked my aunt to bring me a little basket because she would have. But I forgot to ask. Hello. Hi. I've seen a live showing of Anne of Green Gables, and I was one of the sheriff of Nottingham's guards in a kid's rendition of Robin Hood, where Maid Marian was Robin Hood instead. Ooh, interesting.
I was in like a children's production of Peter Pan.
Child?
Now that I think about it. I forgot who I played. I was like I was like a young child.
When I was a young warthog. You can start a Q&A. Sorry, I went to start a poll, and it was like, you can start a Q&A. That's what
we can do a
need to
Q&A
during Let's Talks. Okay, don't bring it to me. I'm not going to eat it. Actually, no, don't feed your brothers. That one's recovering. Go take it to Daddy. He's currently still sick. Hey, I have a chain of system. The healthiest down, like the sickest can eat after the healthiest, but not the reverse. Go ask Daddy if he wants it first. Okay. Daddy's currently the sickest, so he can eat after all of you. That's how it goes.
Doubtful he can get more sick.
Exactly. And then I have a carrier immune system, so I just YOLO it.
I have the immune system of an ox. I usually get sick like once a day, then I'm Gucci for the year. And even then, it's like
that I have a carrier immune system when I was in the 4th grade because my entire class, well, like most of my class, got strep throat 4 times, and I never got it. Well, then I finally did get it, and they took me to the doctor, and the doctor said that the lumps in my throat indicate that I've had it for over a month. And my mom was like, but she has had absolutely no symptoms. Like, she just now started complaining of a sore throat, and I only brought her in because her class has had strep 4 times. And he was like, yeah, she probably gave it to him. I was like, well, and that was the day he explained to me and my mom what a carrier immune system was, and that I probably had one. And my mom was like, that makes so much sense given my history of everyone in my family getting sick and me just never getting sick. But when I do get sick, I get like super sick. So, I mean, not so much anymore because my body's figured out how to handle things better. But yeah, so that's why my sister teases me that I got a chronic illness, because she's like, the universe had to nerf you somehow, and regular viruses just weren't cutting it. I'm like, well, the universe is bitchy. It was a nice, relaxing weekend. Also, I just did ritual for Samhain, and now I have it. So, oh, nice. And hello. Hi. What is everybody going to be working on today?
I'm going to be, because I have basically concluded what my career goal is. So I'm working my best towards that. So I'm learning 3D software. That's what I'm working on.
Nice. I'll be alternating between working on fanfics and then working on a writing project I do with my best friend.
Ooh.
I said a writing project. It's roleplay.
Oh.
I like how you piqued both me and Sam's interest, and it's like, it's just roleplay. Like,
I mean, I'm still interested, but you know, that means details are definitely off the table, probably.
Yeah, but, probably.
Reading Pet Sematary until I'm done. Ooh, nice. It hasn't popped up yet, but Haley says I want to write fanfic now. Then do it.
Do it.
Do it, Haley.
I love fanfic. It's so much fun.
The only one who's stopping you is you.
So I will be working on my newsletter because today is the 31st and it has been weighing on me all weekend. But as you can maybe hear in the background, it's just a good thing I'm good at churning them out in 2 hours. So we're gonna try to get that done so I can send it out tonight. And assuming that all goes well, I will finish organizing all of the assets for November. But also, I have made the stellar decision to paint my nails, so that's going to slow absolutely everything down. But you know, I need a little pick me up, and making my nails blue is going to do that. And look, it's almost my brand blue, so like, how could I resist? Plus, I can type one-handed. It's fine. Just focus on one hand at a time.
Done it before, I'll do it again.
Yes. RP is going to be working on stuff for the second session of a D&D campaign they're DMing. Nice. Yes, child. I know there's blankets on the floor. They need to be washed so you can have fresh blankets for bed. So don't touch my pile.
No touchy the pile.
She just casually walks over to it and she's like, there's blankets on the floor. She's like trying to grab one of them. The story is 100 points and due tomorrow. I literally cannot. Oh, right. My bad.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
The second it's done, I will. Fair. What kind of fan fiction, people? I need to know. Okay, I don't need to know, but I have a strong desire to know.
Well, the fan fiction that I'm writing alone is for Critical Role. It's for the newest campaign because I can. And then the RP is essentially fan fiction for Marvel.
Is it a Laudna and Imogen fan fiction?
It is a Laudna and Imogen fan fiction.
I know all.
Those were names that were said.
They are a very popular ship for Marisha Ray and Laura Bailey's characters in Campaign 3. I have not watched far enough to know whether or not I too support this ship, but they are there.
It's such a good ship. It's so good.
There.
Well, I'm not saying I don't support the ship. There's just I am quite picky about. I'm trying to find a thingy at the moment, but yes.
I'm like going through all of my like saved photos now to like pull up the fan art I've done for them.
We're here to help your suffering, we hope. Genshin, maybe some Dragon Prince or My Hero Academia. I almost was like, the fuck is MHA? Because that's the day I'm having. CB would have disowned me.
Oh my god.
She can never know.
I'm gonna text her that right now.
Maybe you should watch the stream specifically.
Just rewinds the stream so that they can take that clip out of context and just send it to CB.
Yep. As we like CB watch the stream at this exact timestamp.
Well, you don't have to do that with Snapchat. You can just rewind it, record it, send.
That's a lot of work.
Okay, you're not the one who's gonna tattle on me. Obviously, we understand that it's a lot harder to say go to this timestamp in a live stream while it's currently live.
Yes, that's true.
I know I've tried it before. It's a lot more work. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. We're gonna get started because people have been voting for longer sprints, which I'm totally on board with. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that because of this, it means that at the beginning we have to do a little less talking so that I can make sure that my children get to bed on time. I mean, not tonight, but on other
Generally.
nights. Yeah. Also, so I can finish my hand unimpeded.
Oh, I've also implemented a bedtime. And it's been working really well.
Nice.
Because, like, my meds, since they're both stimulants, could be, like, insomnia.
Oh, shit, I gotta take my meds. Deciding to take my meds at 7 has been a blessing and a curse because I always remember because it's 7 and 7 is one of my lucky numbers. However, it's also when the stream starts. So if I don't do it like right before the stream starts, I'm like do until the first sprint, and then I'm like, I gotta do the thing.
I take my meds at work or after breakfast.
I do it at 7 because the doctor was like, they might give you trouble sleeping, and if so, you take them in the morning. And I'm like, I will never have a steady time in the morning. That's just not going to be a thing. But I didn't want to take them too late at night. And like I said,
Yeah.
7's a good number.
Yeah, so I've implemented it, and it works.
Anybody want to count down for sick and dying Sam? Don't mind me checking my notifications.
I can do it.
Woohoo.
Okay, so we're gonna go in a 3Z, a 2Z that was blinding Z, a 1Z,
Sorry.
go Z.
Welcome back.
Hellos.
Everybody do that sprint.
I am currently sculpting a caricature of a head, and the eyes look atrocious.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think the eyes are too. I think the eyeballs are too small, so I might make them a little bit bigger, or I might keep them this way. I don't know.
I finished my one hand, and then just now I poured a child a drink, and then I went to grab my phone and bumped my thumb on the desk.
Oof.
Or why? Well, that's as good as a cover-up coat's getting. So.
I got like some writing in. It's good. I don't have an exact word count because I'm not counting words for roleplay.
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
also,
Copy paste it into word counter.
yeah. I also just cleaned my face off because my face was feeling really caked on.
I mean, that's fair. I did start my newsletter. Like, I got everything mostly set up because I only need this hand for that. But see, they look so nice.
Ooh, it's pretty.
Can't even.
I like the blue.
Like you can't even tell where it fucked up.
Nope.
Have to add a new top coat to that finger and that finger only.
You're the only one that gets this extra coat. No one else.
It says it glows in black light, but I don't. I'm not. This will not be relevant to me.
I thought it was pretty.
Yes. Got started on my last and most important rewrite, then all I have left to read it and make minor adjustments. Nice. 13 pages read. Sweet. Wrote down the session 1 summary and started on the details of session 2. Nice.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. The nails are, these are like my nails, which will be trimmed soon because they're now getting to the length where they make typing on my laptop difficult. And I am a ruthless bitch. Once that happens, they just get cut. I'm like, you're not slowing me down. Haley says, currently my nails are chipped off matte black from my Halloween costume. It's also only on one hand because I didn't feel like doing it because I was wearing a glove. Very fair. My nails were black this morning. Then I took a shower and the shower started. And I'm one of those people that once one starts chipping, they are all coming off. It is
once one starts, it's over.
That's like once one nail breaks, the other 9 are being decapitated. It's just how it is. Now that they're painted and I finished the top coat, my brain no longer has the defensive thing of when I was in between coats. So it keeps wanting to bump it on things, which is not fun. So is anybody here doing nano or doing their own form of a nano challenge? Which nano is National Novel Writing Month. It is November.
I am not. Because of my dream shift, I have shelved my novel for the moment to focus on other things.
Like Reno.
To be honest, I didn't even know nano was a thing.
Oh yeah, it's a huge thing. It's in November. I think the goal is 50,000 words, which a novel is technically 40,000, so I think that can count too. But yeah, for the nano website and stuff, it's 50,000, I believe. And a lot of people use October. They call October Preptober, where they prepare their project for November, all of October. A lot of people do the Dubba 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 just happens to come in October to help people prepare for nano. So Which we never did intros. That is how out of it I am.
We did never do intros. Wow.
Fox also didn't yell at me for not doing intros. I think he
it's-
senses how dead I am and was benevolent. And if not, go with it, Fox.
Go with it. Don't worry about it.
I'm just not doing intros today. I don't feel like it. I don't feel
Cool.
Like it.
Sounds great to me. Everyone knows who we are. It's fine.
I was about to say, do they? And I'm like, I don't see any new people. So
I was like, yeah, I've only seen the regs.
Fox said, I have forsaken yelling. I am a saint. I know only positivity and kindness. Cool.
I don't believe that.
I am.
I don't believe that for a minute.
I have doubts, but I embrace your new, your new vow. I don't know if I want to put it up for beta readers in November or if I should wait until after Nano so people aren't busy. That's a very good point. I think I would wait till after Nano. Probably, honestly, I think January might be well, depending on who your target demo is. Because if your target demo is like teens and stuff, they might be free over the holidays. But if it's like adults and stuff, January may be an easier time to get people. But yeah, Nano, a lot of people will be working on their own projects. So I'm not going to do Nano, but I have decided that in November, I'm going to try to write at least 100 words a day just to do it. Because flare-ups and shit, which is going to, so it's harder for me to write 100 words in a day than it is to like work on my project for 3-4 hours at a time. Because if I don't get in the zone, I like zone out, and I have to be completely focused or I can't focus. So it's going to be fun for me to attempt this.
I happened to be texting a friend while you were talking, so I was able to absorb what you're saying, but then I was distracted. So when you said in the zone, my brain immediately went auto zone.
I do that all the time too, whether I'm distracted or not.
Yeah, because we're just like, because the good thing about my meds is that the intrusive thoughts are like still there, but I don't have to voice them as much, which is so nice.
Oh, that's awesome. I am slowly descending into a migraine flare-up, and I can feel it. The fatigue's taking over, the headache, my sinus is drained, which one may be like, Sam, are you sure you're not getting the flu? And I'm like, yes, none of my symptoms align with anybody else's symptoms in the house. So either I'm getting a completely different flu or it's just a flare-up. But it also makes sense that I would get a flare-up because the weather has changed and I have not been getting much sleep the past 3 days. Not steady sleep, which steady sleep is very important when you have a chronic illness. It's like I talked to my doctor because I was like, all right, I've read everywhere that you should get like a full night's sleep. And I'm like, but I just don't get tired at night. I'm like, it's actually easier for me to sleep through the night sometimes, take the kids to school, and then sleep while the kids are in school. And my doctor said, it doesn't matter when you get the sleep, just that you get the sleep. And he's like, so as long as you're getting and he's like, and it also, he's like, I hesitate to say it, but for some people, it really doesn't even matter how much sleep you get. And he's like, if you function better with 6 hours of sleep, focus on getting 6 hours of sleep. Don't oversleep because that can be harmful too. And so I was like, I love this doctor. He listens so well.
Yeah, because like I before would function on like I could function on like 2 to 3 hours of sleep and be fine. But now I'm like, all right, cool, 6 hours. Because like 8 hours to me is just like, not in the cards right now, maybe later. I could function well on 6.
There's also a fun thing that the older you get, the less sleep you need. Like, when we're babies, we need like 14 to 16 hours of sleep. And then the 8 to 10 hours is actually how much kids need. So it's fascinating.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can't, because like, I can't sleep that long. Like,
nothing my children.
Because if I sleep that long, I will be in pain. Not pain, but just like, I'll be so groggy.
They like go to bed at 9. They wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, and I'm like, no.
Oh, everything borked on my side for a hot second.
Look, it's a generalization, and also 10 is less than you used to, which was like 12 or 14. So, still follows the trend, just a different number. That's my hashtag, not like other boys' husband.
We do love Chris in this house.
We do. I was talking. I have a friend who also reads comics on Manta, and she messages me today, which is great, right? Because she's just like, I was reading this comic on Manta, and I'm like, go on. And then she's like, it was Dare to Defy the Duke or something similar to that. And I'm like, oh yes, I know the one you're talking about. And it's really funny because just like 4 hours previously, I was like, I need some more or I had like read a couple new romance ones, but they're not complete and they had less than 20 chapters. So I was like, I feel unsatisfied. So I went looking for completed romances. I've read most of them. It was the amount of difficulty I had finding a completed romance that I had not read on that app should not have existed. It should not have been that hard, but it was. And so I was like joking around with her about that. And then we're talking about how like the difference between Under the Oak and Dare Not to Defy the Duke is largely that in Dare Not to Defy the Duke, the monster husband is a simp warlord. And then like we're talking about the definition of simp and how I use simp, and I'm like, well, yeah, most self-proclaimed simps that I've seen are sassy as fuck. And then we started talking about simps that we know in our life, and I'm like, yes, I don't at all have a sassy simp king or anything. No, not at all.
No. Who would have one of those?
I don't want sleep, but I also like sleep. I have a tumultuous relationship with sleep. I like sleep. I don't like naps because I always wake up from a nap feeling worse. It's 50-50 whether or not I even feel rested. So,
I hate naps because they are either 3 hours or 18 hours, no in between.
If
Pick
they're
one.
18 hours, it is not a nap anymore, Cody. You just slept.
The intent was a nap. And then my body's like, bitch, you thought. It's 2 days later.
Cody's body went, so you ordered a coma?
right. It's like, so you ordered a nap. Oh, no.
Cody naps or he hibernates.
We got a special for you today. Bring out the nap stick.
Oh, yeah, here's your candy. So, did everybody freeze, or is that just something funky on my end?
Oh, no, you guys freeze for a hot second, like a minute ago.
Okay, I see Blake moving now. Cody's still frozen, though. It is entirely possible Blake was just still for that whole time.
Am I still frozen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Which, now I have to go back and see if Blake's background moves at all.
Well, I'm still here.
Also, I had 2 very rude cats who were like, Mother is painting her nails. We need to be pet now. And I was like, how dare you?
How dare.
Oh, so I saw kind of saw Coraline and Frankenweenie for the first time this weekend.
Okay.
I say kind of because I didn't actually watch it from beginning to end, but I watched most of it with the children. Because my oldest is a huge fan, not of Tim Burton himself, but of the Tim Burton produced kids movies.
Okay.
Like Nightmare Before Christmas, Coraline, and now Frankenweenie.
I haven't seen Frankenweenie yet.
So many Frankenstein references, as one would assume.
Yeah.
From such a titled thing, but also a lot of references to other monster movies and just things in the like horror and sci-fi genre. Like there's a turtle that they resurrect, and the turtle's name is Shelley, which is obviously a reference to Mary Shelley, the
Yeah.
author of Frankenstein. So then the sea monkeys are a Monster of the Blue Lagoon reference. So it was a wild ride I had not expected.
Those are sometimes real fun.
Oldest, what else did we watch this weekend? Oh, you're watching Alvin and the Chipmunks again. The live action one, though. Not the ones I enjoy, which are all animated. Like Alvin and the Wolfman.
Oh, I love Alvin and the
He's
Wolfman.
ignoring me. He's just like, I don't care, Mother.
Mother's saying words again.
I was teasing him this weekend that he was patient zero and he didn't have to like make the whole house sick to get attention. That he could have just come downstairs. he took it good humoredly. But this has essentially been most of our conversations this morning. This weekend, me just talking at him and him just kind of like nodding at me. He's such a teenager already.
Like, no, not yet.
I don't care. I am not the sentimental parent most days. Some days I get sentimental when I'm like, I made these. I carried them. They're mine. Look at how much they've grown. And it's like, that's my baby. But then like actually thinking about their ages, I'm just like, fair.
This is fair.
This is what I have to deal with now. No, I didn't want my face again for 30 minutes. I mean, it's a lovely face, but
you only have so much face.
there's only so much of my own face I want to see, especially when Laura has such pretty spooky timers. So I still haven't seen Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh, me either.
It's been out for a month. Well, because like Chris and I wanted to watch it together, but I'm like, I want to watch Hocus Pocus 1 again and then watch Hocus Pocus 2. And I was like, oh, but I want to like watch it when I can take notes. And I hadn't been feeling up to taking notes. And then, my children decided that they needed me this weekend, which I guess fair. Their immune systems are still strengthening. But I was just like, well, I am not up for let's talk. So poor Cody and Blake got a message today. I was like, I might cancel. We might do a write-in. I don't know yet.
I was like, hey, listen,
I think I never told y'all what we were doing until like what 4? 3 or 4?
I didn't know what we were doing until I got the thing. Until I saw in the general chat about like doing a write-in. I was like, okay, cool. And then I got the links in my DMs. I was like, okay, cool. So we is streaming tonight. Okay.
I asked my children what they wanted, and they were like, they actively wanted me to stream, which made me suspicious. What were they gonna do while I was streaming?
I was like, that was my first thought. Is like, oh, either the children want to watch you stream, like as you're streaming, or they want you to be distracted.
No, I think they were trying to be supportive. Their tones were just highly sus because they were like, we want you to stream. And I'm like, are you sure you want me to stream? Because I can just cuddle and watch movies. And they're like, no, we want you to live. And I'm like, I see. I'm not needed anymore. Now that you're feeling up to playing your video games, Mother is unneeded.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. They're sick until they can play them video games.
Well, I mean, they're
they're still sick, but like you're needed until the video game.
I still have to make food and whatnot. My quality time is just not needed anymore. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, that is until like I start doing something that I want to do, and then all of a sudden I am needed.
Yes.
because I could just like lay there and just watch the movie for an hour, and then I get on my laptop to attempt to converse with another adult, and they're like, "Mom, I need a drink. Mom, I'm hungry," which is part of why my newsletter has not gotten done. That's part of why I decided to stream today anyway, even though I'm not feeling good, because I was like, well, if that's the one way they're gonna let me work, we're gonna have to do.
One way to get my job done.
And then I was like, I want to paint my nails. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. All right. Who wants to count us down? Who counted us down last time?
I did last time. Blake, you want to do this time?
I'll do this time. All right. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know if you all heard the storm at the end of that video, but I was like rushing over here to turn it off, and then I remembered my music was still playing, and I was like, no, I don't need a copyright strike.
It's no, I heard nothing.
Cool. So how did everybody do that sprint?
I've added eyeballs and an ear, and boy, who is looking like a hot mess. But that's okay. It's a first sculpt, so
It's a
we'll
process.
get there. Oh boy, howdy! Like
CB sent me a snap, and I deadass thought she was going. It was going to be like, so Blake told me I should disown you. It was not so.
I started playing Sims, and I'm trying to like refix. I like did a new save of these Sims I had because at some point they just started to hate each other, and I was like, we can't do this. Y'all live together. Y'all can't hate each other.
not yet, at least.
There must be peace in this house. That's me with my children sometimes. I got more of my newsletter. Well, I finished because like my newsletter is in sections, and I forgot everything I ever did in October. I was like, what is October? It doesn't exist. So I decided to start with the easy task of my November streams. Had to go check on one of my sicklings for a while. Which I finished the November stream section, actually. I don't have to go fetch any more links. Cool. And then I started working on the spotlights, and Fox kindly reminded me of everything that I did in October, as well as some things that apparently my brain fog supernatural persona did that I didn't remember. So I have an outline for Sam Writerland news. So, yes.
I always love when brain fog me does things.
But also, I'm sad that I did not ask Violet for a copy of the thumbnail for the Nostalgia Train book club episode we did. So I was trying to figure out how to steal it from the Googles, and I'm failing miserably. Next time, I'll just harass her. It's fine.
Just harass her directly. Be like, hey.
Which, by the way, if y'all don't know, I participate mostly in the Nostalgia Train book club, which is hosted by Writing Violet. It's really fun. And one of my favorite things about the book club is because it's the Nostalgia Train. So all of the book club picks are 10 plus years old and were presumably rather popular. So most libraries have them.
Oh, okay.
Or like secondhand stores or something. So it's pretty easy to get your hands on them, and they're announced way in advance. So every now and then, when you come across the book that's got this 9-hour or the 9-week waits, you can try to get your hold in ASAP. But yeah, the last one we did was City of Bones, which it was my first time reading City of Bones, and that was an experience.
Who's City of Bones by?
Cassandra Clare.
I've read that entire series.
Well, then I recommend that you go look at the thing, which I'll link you to in the newsletter tonight. So it'll be very easy for you. That was the last Nostalgia Train thing, thingamathinger on Writing Violet's channel. Like up until this point, the streams have all been hosted on Violet's channel. She recently made a channel just for the book club, and we're doing The Hobbit in December, and that one is going to be on the book club channel. So
nice.
Which will be my first time finishing The Hobbit. My first time attempting to read it since I was 13. So it's been 20 years, Tolkien. Let's try again.
Let's go. That's like every so often. That's how I feel about like with Stephen King. Every few years, I'm like, all right, Stephen, let's try this again. 3 chapters in, we're talking about a cat and it, and I have no idea what the past 20 minutes was about. It's like, all right, never mind, Stephen, not this time.
Well, fortuitously, I had recently used one of my Libro credits to get the book for Chris on our Libro account. So I already own it, which means I ain't gotta wait for it. But I told him he has until December to finish listening to it, or he may lose his spot. This is not my fault, not my problem.
And I will not be blamed for it.
I will not, especially since I take notes. I take good notes. So me and Hobbit, I'm not gonna leave it till the day before like I normally do. I will leave it till the weekend before. I just like for it to be fresh, very fresh. I'm trying to find where. Okay, so Haley. Oh, all she had left to do is the. Oh wait, I need to set our break timer. Cody, read that for me.
Okay, all I have to do left is reread the story once more. It's only 17 pages, but I really don't want to. Mood.
You can do it, Haley. I was like, well, you'll believe what when you see it. Look, just because I was like, I will read City of Bones the weekend before, and then in the chat room, you know, people were like, hey, so when do we think that we can do the stream? And it's like, well, Wednesday's the best day, but that's in like 2 days. Can we read it by then? And I was like, have I ever let you down, Vi?
Have
No,
I
I
let you
got it
down
read.
yet?
I got it read and my notes taken and some research done. So.
Oh, City of Bones.
And The Hobbit's actually not that long, if I remember right. It's like less than 20 hours. I'm fact checking myself.
That was one of the very first audiobooks I've ever read. I do not recommend the audiobooks.
Okay, so Chris is apparently 17% in, and there's 8.5 hours left. So I presume it's less than 15.
Yeah, about roughly.
Yeah, see, I can do that. Well, there's like, we have the Andy Serkis one, and the one by the other narrator was an extra 2 hours or something like that. So I was like, I did research to see if it's just their narrative speed or if there's like more, if it's just their reading speed. Only 3 pages, but I was distracted through most of my reading. That's fair.
Yeah.
Dinner, the campaign's first big decision point, and most importantly, hot cocoa has successfully occurred. Yes.
Yeah.
I want cocoa, but I don't want to make cocoa. RP, what floor would it take for you to make me cocoa?
And deliver. Yes,
that's the important part. I mean, because you could just make me a cup of cocoa, but then you drink it.
Yes.
So me and a friend, right? We're those people who will like get up and make anything for our guests, but not for ourselves, right? So one day we're sitting in a Discord call and we're both like, I really want some fresh tea. And I'm like, okay, how about this? I go put on the kettle for you, you go put on the kettle for me. And so we made our own cup of teas by framing it as if we were making each other tea. And that is how we tricked our brains into being motivated to do this.
I trick my brain all the time into doing things.
You've got to. Somehow I got 326 words written and I hit 3,000 words. Nice. I don't know. It's just tricky negotiations we're working with.
Like for me, I always tell people I use technology to bully me to do what I need to do before I can play. So like on my phone, every social media app. Good.
Before this weekend, my child had amassed like a 200-day streak on Duolingo. I don't know if he still has his streak or not, but like, so I was talking to people about Duolingo and I was like, my children are amazing. They are Duolingo pros. They like get the badges every month. Me, on the other hand, the owl stares me down. I stare back and swipe the notification away.
Yep.
Yep. But also in my defense, I help my youngest one out with it so much that by the time I go do my own, I'm like, I don't feel like it.
I don't want to do it again.
I don't. There's only so many times in a day I want to spell apartamento. There's only so many.
Yeah, no, every social media app on my phone has a half-hour timer. It resets at midnight. At midnight, I have a screen shutdown time. So if I did anything to do that day, guess what? I gotta do it tomorrow. Screen shutdown. Everything off. And I have timers on everything. It's so great.
Telling one of my games to do the dailies. Chris has a 700-day streak.
Cheese and crackers.
He does. It's Oh, you still have your 200-day streak? Okay, the child still has his 200-day streak.
Oh, it's definitely a habit now.
Well, see, the thing with Chris is like he hit was it the 2 or the 300-day streak, and then he like looks at me. He's like, I can never stop now. I don't want to continue, but I can't stop now because he feels like if he does, he just loses all of it. And I'm like, I'm sure that's its intent.
This is how they get you.
I'm in North Carolina, so you aren't super far, actually. Sometimes I work a convention in North Carolina. Just
throwing that out there.
RB and I meet at a gas station for cocoa exchange.
And that's it. There's no hi, hello. It's just you got the cocoa.
It's just you RP. Like, yeah, you Sam? Yeah. Exchange the cocoa.
I was saying, it's not even that. You just stroll up like, you got the cocoa? Yeah.
I got it. Look,
pass it off, and that's
RP
it.
would probably be able to recognize me, but I still need to know.
Probably,
unless like RP strolls into the gas station with just a blue mask that has an R.
I've seen weirder things.
I'm not saying you haven't, especially if I'm going to a convention. I'm just saying.
No.
We're
both
not
saying things.
Like accepting cocoa from a total stranger. Not that, RP and I are bosom buddies, but less stranger than a rando who walks up to me offering cocoa.
I'm sorry, what phrase did you just say?
I mean,
bosom
the convention
buddies?
is probably nearby since I'm in the middle. That's fair. I wish I remembered the name of the convention. Hold on. Anime conventions.
Also, sorry if you can hear screaming children in the background. This is just the daily occurrence.
Triad. I think it's Anime Triad. Or Triad Anime. Can a 14-year-old go to a convention? Yes, with parental supervision.
Yes, asterisk.
Google, why do I need this answered? I already know. I would definitely recognize you, and then I would think, no way, that can't be her.
That would be me. I would be that person.
I'm very loud, so when I'm traveling, it depends. So especially on who I'm with, but if I was like traveling with my sister, you would definitely probably hear me because I would be yelling at her to like, do you have the drinks? Do you want chips? Are we good on snacks?
Did you get the gas?
Well, when I travel by myself, I don't stop unless I'm putting gas in the van. And if I'm driving my van, I don't generally have to fill the tank until I get there. And then I'll fill the tank before I leave. If I'm driving the truck, I will have to like fill up about 2/3 to wherever I'm going normally. But with my sister, we will have to make at least a bathroom break. So
yeah, it's pretty fair.
And then I would fangirl for about 2 minutes before I could actually walk up to you. Aw, I'm flattered. Fox is like, I've been that person. Is that Sam? No, she's too short. I do not hide the fact that I am a short woman. I don't know why everybody
Fox like, I've been there and done that.
I'm 5'3" to 5'4", depending on the time of day. Everybody who meets me in person goes, but why are you so short?
And I'm 5'5" to 5'6", depending on the day. Time of day.
There's only been one person on the internet. Like, we didn't meet in person, but I was on stream with them, and they were like, no, you seem like a short person. And I'm like, thank you? Question mark?
Like, how do I seem like a short? You're accurate, but how?
I mean, I should, but I don't know that I like the tone.
Where's the science?
If it's in the triad, then yeah, that's less than an hour away from me. I could totally bring you a mug of hot cocoa, bruh, though. my boss would be like, I was bringing you cocoa. And I'm like,
Don't worry about it.
Like, don't worry about it. It's chat. Don't worry about it.
And he'll be like, who's chat?
From my live stream. Well, he knows that I live stream and stuff, so sometimes he'll ask me how my writing is going, and I'll be like, it's not. My boss's sister will be like, you need to finish your book so I can sell them at conventions. And I'm like, don't know that would go super well, but I'm all for the support.
Appreciate the enthusiasm.
I would need an anime-oriented cover, which I'm also not against, mind you, especially for like some of I'm very weeb, therefore some of my plots are very weeb. So like Jaguar Shifter and Uptown Girl, I could weeb that. I could weeb that so hard. I would so fanboy all over Sam because your shirt girl energy is awesome. Thank you. I just now imagine that if I ever did like a meetup, everyone will just be there with cups of cocoa.
It's a tribute to the Sam.
But like, it takes a full 2 minutes before anybody can talk to me.
It's our tribute to the ancient immortal being with unknown origins. I don't know the full title.
Fox, what do you mean some? I need to know the context. Are you talking about some of my plots are weeb? Are you saying that all of my plots are weeb? That there's not a chance that I have a plot that's not weeby? I'm sure there's one.
Till Pizza Do Us Part. Is that very weeby?
See, there you go. Until Pizza Do Us Part, not weeby.
Also, if you want to read Sam's Till Pieces Do Us Part, writing Samantha on Nasset.com.
It's spooky flash fiction, less than 1,000 words, up on my website. Perfect for today.
It'll make you crave pizza. At least it made me crave pizza.
Fox said you think. It would only be weeby if, like, the pizza allowed for her to gain some sort of weird powers to make things.
She got isekai'd because of the pizza. The pizza's really a god.
And then she goes into the afterworld. All that glitters is pretty weeby, though, I will admit. And I am not shamed. Especially with my future plans for all that glitters. Yes, child.
Bruce. What kind of name is Bruce?
Yes.
It's my favorite line.
I refuse to give in to the problem. I will use whatever I so choose.
Into the what problem? You cut out.
The Tiffany problem?
What's the Tiffany problem?
Okay. So I was actually also really I fangirled because on TikTok, one of the people that I follow spoke about the Tiffany problem. They just called it something else. But they specifically used the name Tiffany as an example. And I don't know. I just thought that was really cool. So basically, the Tiffany problem is when there is something that feels so modern that when people use it in a fantasy or historic setting, it takes them out or it feels anachronistic. The biggest example of this is the name Tiffany, which has actually existed in different forms, specifically as Theophania, since ancient Greece.
Okay.
The children unplugged me again. Child, hand me that. Excuse me as I just pull this all the way over here.
But yeah. So it can't be pulled out. I got him.
So basically, the Tiffany problem is just when you're actually using an old or something, and it's so people feel like it's too modern to fit, even though that's not true.
Okay. Yeah,
so I will one day write a fantasy about a queen, Theophania, who just goes by Tiffany. I've decided to do this. This will be my pledge. Wait, is George an example? Hold on. How old is the name George? George name origin.
George of the jungle.
It is. It's from the Greek George or Georgios.
Okay. George.
So, Georgios. Bruce isn't quite so old. It's only like from the 1200s. But I'm also writing a fantasy world. I don't care how old the name is or isn't.
I don't know. It's to me, if it's like a fantasy world, I read a comedy fantasy. It's my favorite series. Most of the characters, the main character's name is Sam, and then he has like a gay unicorn named Gary.
Okay, so Sam is like the opposite because Samantha is actually a fairly like modern name, but it feels like it should be so much older than it is. So you can get away with like Samantha and variations of Sam.
Yeah. But it's like Sam, Gary, Anthony, Ryan. It's all very like modern-esque names, just in a fantasy world. I don't know. I like it. But then again, I also know an author who uses very obscure names for her characters. Example is one of her characters' name is Basil, like the herb.
Basil. So, all right.
And he
I
hates
don't
it.
know how many, like my boss during the pandemic discovered that his shop can do extremely well on like eBay and Amazon. So he started pulling back on some conventions, especially since he's been in business since I was 16. So he's like starting to pull back and all that. So I don't know what conventions he's still doing yet. And I don't know which conventions I will be managing for him or co-managing or whatever I'm going to be doing yet. But if I go to Anime Triad, I will definitely let you know because I like to let people know when I'm going to a convention because I just think it would be fun to like meet up and stuff. Plus, we always have sales. So I can give y'all discounts. On your
We do
deals.
like sales. We love sales in this house.
But Sam exists in Tolkien, therefore it's a historically accurate old world name. I didn't think about that, but I think because he made it Samwise, it like weirdly feels more fantasy. Even though it shouldn't, but that's just how our brains are programmed.
But it's like, yeah, she uses like Basil, Forest, Oakland, Ireland. Just more obscure names. And to me, it's just like, I appreciate this. Because I can only read where the main character's name is Kyle so many times. It's like, all right, buddy, your name. All right, you're just added to the list.
I always pronounce Basil the name as Basil. I do too, but that's just because I knew someone named Basil, and they said my name is Basil, not Basil. I am not a spice. I was like, but you're spelled the same way as the spice. I don't know what to do anymore, Basil. But yeah.
My favorite thing is because she has so many obscure names and no one questions it. He is the only one that hates his name with an immense passion. I don't know why that just tickles me so much. And then the two main characters, who also have very unique names, are like, what kind of name is Basil? The fuck? Like, who names their kids that? And I'm like, I appreciate this.
I just thought it would be fun to have Eric shit talk Bruce's name because Eric also has a basic ass name.
I don't know why that line tickles me so much, but it does.
What kind of a name is Bruce? Is also I have a like deity in my whip, the Silver Air, I think, that I named Bruce. So like one of I also for Flash Fiction Friday, I can never use the name George. Ever. Fox will like clock me so quick because of it.
So in the next Flash Fiction free for all, use the name George. I see. That's a joke.
I don't know. I think like Fox said he's a tell CB to use the name George. Everybody uses George.
Yes. Everyone uses George. I'll tell Matt.
No. It's a conspiracy. One of the prompts is just MC is George. That's all the prompt is. It has nothing, no genre, nothing.
MC
Just
name
MC.
George.
POV character George.
Or must include character George.
It'll be about a cat named George. I will really trick everyone. They're gonna be like, that's CB's.
I just thought it was funny that he clocked mine due to children. I'm like, why? That's the
You
weird
murdered
part.
them.
But I don't murder children in my daily life.
Okay. I don't do a lot of things in my daily life that I do in my writing.
I also have no writing. I also have no writing where I murder children. I have a disdain for children, but that don't mean I want to murder them. I just happen to murder those children.
CB may not have the heart to murder children. I don't know. Blake, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think she does.
I think Matt could do it, but I just don't think it's where he goes to. So I think you and I are the only child murderers in fiction in the group. And like,
I'm the only one that went there. Because he clocked yours, and you knew the other two couldn't do it. So it's like, well, the only one left.
Look, anybody who's been with Sam for more than 5+ years clocked mine, okay? If you've been reading my writing for 5+ years, you automatically knew which one mine was. Like, Chris legit said the only reason he hesitated at all was because Matt named one of his characters Capula. I don't know. It was a flower that started with cup, and he was like, I thought you named it after Cupid. But then he like kept reading it, and he's like, no, it's this one. Fox said, Cody over here trying to logic me, please. I know all. I actually think Fox did guess everybody's right.
Nah, it just means I get to try harder to trick you next time. It's now a challenge.
I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm just trying to write a story.
I'm also trying to write a story, but if I happen to trick Fox, bonus points for me, at least in my eyes.
But do you know enough about anybody else's writing style to imitate it?
Nope, not at all.
I clicked on a timer and it started with this like spelling check, and I'm like, the fuck? It's an ad. There's an ad.
That's the first time I've read both both Matt and CB's writing. And I own the flash fiction where Matt's Harbinger is in, and I just haven't read it yet. I gotta want to release. I'm a terrible friend. Don't tell Matt.
Like, I can't confidently say I know any of your writing styles well enough to imitate it, but
yeah, I couldn't.
Okay, hold on. I have to go change our timer now. We have a request.
To the Matt snack timer.
Yes. But it's unlisted, so I have to like go through my YouTube studio to get it.
I do enjoy that timer. It is a delight.
Matt got upset with YouTube because it didn't pop up when he searched it. It only popped up in the playlist, and I'm like, there's a reason for that,
sir.
That's not bad.
Oopsie poopsies. Oh no. I can't. Sir.
Excuse it. Take 8,000 years.
I'm assuming this is Matt.
The dramatic reveal. Who's Matt?
Fox just sent me 4 gifts.
Oh, no.
And it's just Oh, is this about his flash fiction? Is this a summary? I see. Oh, okay, I see. He wants me to read it.
Because it's good.
I'm sure it is. I have no doubts.
I have doubts. I hear it in your voice. You think it's horrible. I'm telling Matt.
I was gonna say, don't write me out to Blake. Don't write me out to Matt.
Everybody's getting disowned today. Except RP, who might bring me cocoa.
RP bribes with cocoa. I'm in.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
I'll do the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Every time I look over, it's just Jace's chest on my huge ass screen. Well, nope, that's too bright. The cover of City of Bones, because I haven't like exited the thumbnail yet. So I just keep looking over, and I'm like, why is there a shirtless man on my computer? Oh, that's why.
Sorry, I forgot his name was Jace, and my brain was like, Arcane? And then I remember the blacksmith scene.
Oh, right. The hero of tomorrow. I was like, who the fuck is named Jason Arcane? Oh, right, that fucker. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back.
Oh, hi.
How did everybody do on that final sprint? I would just like everyone to know that excredibly is my new word for incredibly excited.
Nice.
Which then made writing excredibly excited redundant, but here we are.
To answer your question, Fox, no, I didn't. I misinterpreted his gifts. He wanted me to read Boy Harbinger during the break, and I didn't. I got bread and butter and an apple, and then
butter.
and then I watched a lawyer on YouTube that I like basically talk about like a case that happened recently where like a sovereign citizen was presenting themselves.
Is it the legal eagle?
No, her name's Legia Miller.
Oh, okay. I only knew one lawyer, so that was my guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Blake?
I played more Sims and wrote some in between, and so it was good. They don't hate each other yet, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep it from escalating there. I say we as if I have any.
As if I am there.
If I know how to play The Sims at all. I do not. I completed, I think, one of my spotlights. I'm almost done with another one. I just have to add links. And then I also cropped and edited the photo for my banner. So getting there. There was something else I did, and I can't remember what it was. But also, the patron saint of streams is just attached to my knee here. See how she looks upon the knee offended that I dare shake her? But like, she's got her little claws, not in my knee, just in my pajamas, right? So she's like riding a, she's like rodeo over here. Nine more pages. Aw, yeah. I think I finished the main decision points in the next campaign. Now all I need to do are maps and NPC sheets. Nice. Only 151 words this time, but a long plot being pushed along the dark night of the soul for our intrepid main characters about to begin. I mean, but that's still 151 words you didn't have. Yes, right? This is Artemis, the patron saint of the streams. She glows holy.
All hail.
Which a couple streams ago, somebody said that like it could be because of the oils in her fur. So that means that she's just an extremely clean cat, which I believe.
Yeah, that matches.
She's
oh my god, where is Matt in this book? I guess I could have looked at the table of contents, but I didn't.
He's like toward the back. I am offended. My very biased favoritism says he should be the first story.
Okay, I don't know why I thought that was pointed towards me for a hot second. Like,
no, Cody, you had no control over this.
I know, but I was all hail. I was slightly distracted, so my brain's like, what?
All hail Artemis.
Okay, so I have it up. You can't see because my screen's too bright. 1 second.
You're also still frozen for me at the moment.
Oh, well, I have
staring
it up.
Down at your lap like a student trying to hide his phone.
Oh, even though I'm very blatantly on my phone trying to find this thing. Well, I have it up. So
I love the teacher thing where it's like students think they're a lot slicker than they are. Like, nah, bud, you're not really good at hiding that you're on your phone. People don't just randomly smile at their crotches. All right.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
We just don't care. I'm like, that's very fair.
My favorite threat would always be like, the teacher's like, well, I'm going to call your parents. I'm like, okay, cool. Speed dial 2. She'll answer me faster. And you get to explain why you have my phone. It's like, what? Yeah, speed dial 2. Put it on speaker.
You had those parents. Now, my mama would have grounded me for life.
I never knew what my parents' reaction would be because the teachers never followed up with it.
Oh, so you were just bluffing.
Well, because I was raised in a house of if you're going to threaten someone, you better follow through. So, like, we'd always be like, oh, hey, if you don't do X, Y is going to happen. You didn't do X, Y happened. They'll be like, well, I'm going to call your parents. Okay, cool. Do it. Do it.
Yes, so you were bluffing.
Yeah. I mean, I was calling their bluff, but yeah. Like, do it. We'll see. Let's see what happens. I don't know what happens. No one's ever done it.
I would have called your parents.
Oh, I would have too. If I was a teacher, but I could not do teaching.
I was gonna say something when I started harassing my cat with a pencil.
Although I did get suspended for 2 days for shanking another student.
Why for did you shank them?
I didn't shank them. Oh, you didn't see the air quotes because I'm still frozen, probably. But I did air quotes.
Well,
shanking.
you're frozen in a new position now with you catching a fly with your mouth.
Oh, great! I love this for me. All the great screenshots. So
Well,
I
at least
quote unquote shanked another student because the teacher, because he was clearly sleeping. The teacher was like, "Hey, can you wake him up?" So I reached over with a ruler because our desks were far apart for some reason. And I poked him on the arm, and he fell over screaming that I stabbed him and that he's bleeding. He wasn't bleeding. Got sent to the vice principal's office. Vice principal called my parents, left a voicemail, said, yes, your son shanked another student. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Why was that the term used? And not left it down yet. No, my parents will not let me live that down. It's meant for 2 days.
There. Fox said someone make Fox a teacher. I'll make sure everyone's parents get called. I'll make Sam do it for me. Getting in trouble.
Everyone will know spacing. Everyone. Every other week.
Your child's suspended. There was no spache in there.
There was no spache.
There's no spache.
What's that? It's spache.
Like, if you don't know what spache is, we cannot help you.
Yeah, that is a you problem, and there's no solution to this disease. I'm sorry.
I have aspirations to just like Fox already made a shit ton of notes, and just one day I'm going to do like a let's talk or a video, just using all of Fox's notes on graphic tips.
I love that I asked him one day
board.
About tips. Just thinking I'd get 1 or 2. Nope, I got about 12, and all at least 2 paragraphs. That's a lot more information than I bargained for, and I'll take it.
Is it in Fox's corner? Fox, where did we put it? Fox Rules of Marketing. There it is. Yes, there's.
And I will say, because I've been listening to...
There are 30, but we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He went from 23, skipped 3, went to 27, and then there's no space for 3 more.
Oh, okay.
He's in there now, so I don't know if he's gonna edit it or not because he just
just like, oh no.
His last 3 rules now just say fuck you and a smiley.
Because I've been.
I appreciate the way you skipped it because I realized that you made rule 27 number 27, which is one of my favorite numbers. So I'm assuming you did that on purpose.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. Mm-hmm.
He might have.
Yeah.
I'll own up to it if he did.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. But I've been listening to 5 bazillion podcasts for artists and beginners and people who want to work in the art field, and a lot of his tips are also their tips. I'm like, not that I would assume that he would blow smoke on my ass, but it's just one of those things. It's when you hear from enough sources, it sinks better.
If it is his job, it's
I said,
he does it for a living. No, I get you though. I do.
But yeah, but it's you hear it once, you're it's oh, how do I do this? Oh, you do this. You're But when you hear from like 5 different sources, you're like, okay, maybe there's
Fox
something to
has
it.
confirmed that he did do it on purpose. And how dare you doubt him? He
I
knows
never
his
doubt
Sam,
him.
is what he said.
I never doubt him
You
on anything.
just doubted him. We heard you live on air. We might not have seen you because you were frozen. But we heard you.
I forget how much of my, not sarcasm, but is due to facial expressions and my hands that you can't see, so it's fine. I am just a ghost. I am the creature in the walls that whispers into your ears at night.
My child just watched that movie like 4 times, and my brain said, you will never know the lyrics ever again. Something, I am the wind blowing through your hair.
I am the wind blowing through your hair.
Yeah, but there's a line in between those 2 parts. I am the clown with the tearaway face. Something, something, something. He almost did a Darkwing Duck, but it wasn't. Yes.
Oh, now that's going to drive me up a wall.
I can't help that. See, I love that song, but also the way that the things are paired and flowed together is so weirdly intuitive, but not intuitive at the same time. It's hard for me to remember what order they go in. Because they're like paired in rhymes, but you can reorder the pairs and it'll still make perfect sense. So
I'm hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes red.
Yeah.
Fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
Which the snake fingers are the sandworms from Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Which always bothered me because they're not snakes. They're sandworms. I was like, why?
Okay, I'm looking up lyrics. This is going to drive me up a wall.
Nightmare Before Christmas, you know the thing that says I have snakes for fingers? That monster's fingers are actually sandworms from Beetlejuice.
Is I am the clown with the tearaway face, here in a flash and gone without a trace.
Yes.
I am the who when you call.
Hi, Barrett.
Oh, hi, Barrett.
He's popping in to say hello. Smash the like button. Send in virtual rainbow and hugs. Thank you. Yeah, we're heading off soon too.
Yeah, I got a bedtime now. I'm trying to stick to it. I'm trying to be a good boy.
Barrett is who you're co-hosting with next month, Cody.
Like gasp! I know. I thought. I'm very excited.
This is. I didn't realize it until after I had like sent it for everyone's approval, but like CB's paired with Laura, whom I'm sure she will now fangirl over that she knows that Laura worked on one of the newer Spider-Mans. And
Listen,
then
I fangirled. I fangirled because she's like, I worked on lighting. I'm like, you worked on lighting? Tell me all the things.
And then I was like, I have Barrett and Cody paired together, and I'm like, oh, I hope they don't think I did that on purpose, because you're like, my brain has lost all sense of diplomacy. You're both my 2 game men, and I'm like,
oh no, I didn't even realize that. Oh no,
why is this a problem? I just didn't want anybody to think I did it on purpose. I was just going with schedules and whose schedule worked up. But I was like,
I never assume anything is on purpose.
You're knowing over there. All right, but let me tell you, my children, super sick, right? They want to pet a cat, they will get up. They're like, I can't walk to the bathroom by myself to pee, Mom, but the cat's halfway across the room and I want to pet them. I'm going.
I'm going.
The gays take over. So, I mean,
hey, let's do it, Barrett.
Is already there.
Yeah. Both me and CB are fangirling over Laura for different reasons.
The
same and different reasons.
The same reason, just different aspects of the reason.
There you go. That's the words I was looking for.
Every time I say I'm queer in my head, I go, I'm here, I'm queer. There's no need to fear, like some kind of superhero.
Oh, I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it.
Two very different vibes.
Same chant, different vibes.
You are the supervillain that I am saving them from, Cody.
I
That's like the
mean,
plot twist.
honestly, that's not too far off. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
I'm chaotic good, or so we all think. All right, but let's go ahead and kind of do outros. I'll flip the hot seat.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
curse of being last.
dun.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cody Keller. I'm a gay creator that make gay chicks straight people had to go for too long. Currently going through a rebranding and remarketing strategy to our moving to a 3D artist versus writing. So all my writing stuff shelved right now. So I'm mainly focusing on that. So if you see nothing on my social media, like usual, nothing's new there really. And then you see things like, that don't look like writing stuff. It's not. Follow me down below for my new adventure.
Fox is calling me out. He's all like, bold of you to assume you're the superhero. I'm not the one who murdered children.
Wow. 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 Okay. Next free for all, everyone's going down. Everyone dying.
We just all clock Cody's because he creates me as the character and just murders me.
Oh yeah, yep, yep. There's this wolf
Better
girl.
he
Her name
kills a
is.
dog and becomes the
I was
villain
saying,
of
there's
my
a
channel.
wolf shifter.
I have
her name
oh,
is.
okay. We can murder the wolf shifters. That's fine.
Her name
Don't
is
kill the
Samantha.
dog. Samantha.
I would never murder a dog. Not in this house. Wolf shifter though, free game.
Fox said, "You know what? Point. I'll give you that one. This one time, I was wrong."
Wow. Secretly, I'm the villain. We all think it's Sam, but it's
Is it a
me in the
secret,
shadows.
though? Is it a secret?
I
Alright,
mean-
Blake, do your outro.
Hi, everybody. I'm Blake Bynum. I use they them pronouns. I am a prolific writer, woman lover, cat mom. And you can keep up with me on Instagram at _ Blake Bynum _ and yeah, I post all things involving my cats, my fun makeup looks. Sometimes I might post about my writing adventures. I don't do the YouTube thing. Might do the YouTube thing. I'll keep saying that until I actually do the YouTube thing.
Because eventually
One
you'll
day.
have to. Peer pressure.
Yeah, that's me, and thank you all for joining.
Hi, I'm writing mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. On Mondays, I host live streams like this. In November, we're going to predominantly be doing productivity streams because it's nano and people gotta get stuff done. But we will also be having our second flash fiction free-for-all at the end of the month. I'm very excited. Looking forward to making Fox do all of the work for it.
Again.
It's the only way to make it fair.
Have him do everything.
If you would like to read samples of my writing, you can go to my website, SamanthaLNasset.com, where I have a spooky flash fiction Until Pizza Do Us Part and a villainous, murderous short story, All That Glitters. They're a good time. I highly recommend them. And if you like them, you can sign up to my newsletter and get exclusive early access to all future shorts. And maybe even a new secret project that Fox and I are talking about. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on my free time, which doesn't exist. If you like the channel, subscribe, ring-a-ding that bell so that you're notified when I do the things. And we'll catch you next time. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. And thanks for watching on the replay. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Give Sam money.
Oh, yeah. I have a Ko-fi down below.